Okay. Sophia, go ahead and do this one. Go.
Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. The unsurpassed, deep, profound, subtle, wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million eons is difficult to encounter. Now that I have come to receive and hold it within my sight and hearing, I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual meaning.
Okay, let's do 1 minute meditation and we go in your presentation. All right, keep your back straight, your neck straight, close your eye, inhale and exhale to the nose. You count 1 and keep going. If you see your monkey mind, go back to your inhale and exhale and counting. Don't hold your breath. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. All right. Let Adrian, you go ahead and I give you the co-host, and you go ahead and share your presentation. It's a good chance for you to present what you have found. It's a very good experience.
Okay. Do you want to start?
Yeah, you can start it. Yeah, we do.
Okay. My presentation is about the Four Noble Truths.
I'll tell your name first, and
Okay. Hello, my name is Adrian Nguyen, and my presentation is about the Four Noble Truths.
also tell that you are 10th grade, right? Just tell the whole thing.
I'm in 10th grade, and I'm from Cypress, Texas.
Very good. Go ahead.
What are the Four Noble Truths? The Four Noble Truths consist of the truth of suffering, the truth of the cause of suffering, the truth of end of suffering, and the truth of path that leads to end of suffering. The Four Noble Truths is the base of the Buddhist teachings. What is the truth of suffering? The first noble truth is the truth of suffering, which talks about that there's suffering in life. There's 8 types of suffering, 4 physical and 4 mental. And the 4 physical ones are birth, aging, sickness, and death. And the 4 mental ones are the suffering from being parted away from people you love, meeting with people that you hate, and unable to attain your desires, and the 5 components or the 5 aggregates that which I'll talk about later on the presentation. Birth. So being born is suffering itself, since it's a new start of like a new life, which is full of suffering as well. For example, when a baby is born, they cry. There's aging. which throughout a person's life, there's a lot of suffering. Some examples would be sickness, traumas, and more, etc. Sickness is it's like cancer's disease. They can bring this pain, discomfort to a person. An example would be a person with lung disease, and it gives them a difficult time to breathe, and it's very suffering. Death is what people can say like, well, okay. Death can be peaceful or it could be full of suffering. Depends on which way. But an example is like getting hurt before you die. But death can also bring fears on others because some people fear it, and other people will suffer from the death of an individual. The suffering apart from loved ones can be sad, I guess you can say, because of death or separation. An example would be that a person's relative has passed away and caused a person to have depression. Meeting those whom one hate, it causes suffering because you meet a person that you don't like, and it can cause a lot of negative feelings to arise. Unable to attain what one desires is also suffering because you don't attain, like, okay, for example, a person wants to buy a new car, but they don't have enough money. This causes them to be sad, which can lead to suffering. And then we have suffering from the 5 aggregates, which causes craving and attachment to things. With craving and attachment, it causes suffering in life. The second noble truth is the cause of suffering. In Buddhism, there's 3 ultimate roots, which is greed and desire, ignorance and delusion, and hatred and destructive urges. Desire is like craving of things, and ignorance is like not being able to see the true nature of stuff. Yeah, this is the truth of cause of suffering. Some examples for greed and desire is wanting more money or eating more than necessary. For ignorance, you have thinking that you are good at anything or thinking you're better than others. For hatred, it's basically being angry. And for destructive urges, if you want to count it, it's breaking things. And then we have the third noble truth, which is the truth at the end of suffering, which is attaining nirvana. When one attains nirvana, they reach enlightenment, which is a state free from suffering and the cycle of birth and death. Nirvana is not a place, though. It's a state of mind. Someone who has attained nirvana will be compassionate towards all beings. And then we have the 4th noble truth, which is the path leading to the end of suffering, which is the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path has 8 steps, which also divide into 3 themes, which is wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental development. For wisdom, you have right view and right intention. For ethical conduct, we have right speech, right action, and right livelihood. For mental development, we have right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Right view is to see things in a right way based on Buddhist wisdom. Right intention is having the intention of good and not bad that can harm others. For right speech, we have to abstain from lying, slander, abusive languages, and etc. Right action, we have to lead a peaceful peaceful and honorable lives and avoid harming others and stealing and etc. For right livelihood, we have to avoid making a living with a profession that can like bring harms, like selling alcohol. For right effort, we have to make an effort to develop a good, wholesome minds and prevent unwholesome system minds. For right mindfulness, we have to be aware of the body, sensations, feelings, and your mind. And for right concentration, you have to develop a mental focus for the awareness. You can compare these elements to real life examples. Like for right understandings, it's like having knowledge. Well, I'm going to compare this to diabetes. So it's like having knowledge about your things like diabetes. With right intention, you pay attention to the health and how to take care of yourself. With right speech, you avoid spreading the myths and misconceptions of the knowledge. Right action is with your lifestyle, monitoring, like, exercising stuff, medications. With right livelihood, you want to avoid having healthy habits like smoking, alcohol. Right effort, you try to manage your diabetes, right? And with right mindfulness and right concentration, you stay conscious of it and manage your stress. Here's a recap video. It's pretty short.
The first noble truth of Buddhism is that suffering is an inescapable part of life. The legends say that when Gautama, who later became the Buddha, left his palace, he saw an old man, a diseased man, and a decaying corpse. He realized that our lives include struggle, anguish, and pain. The second noble truth is that this suffering stems from the greed, ignorance, and hatred that arises in our minds, our craving to avoid the difficulties life throws up. The third noble truth is that we can end all this if we can stop craving and respond differently. Doing so brings nirvana, or awakening, a state of complete wisdom and compassion for all beings. The fourth noble truth is the Buddha's recipe for achieving happiness, virtue, and eventually nirvana. It is the eightfold path of developing understanding, positive intentions, skillful speech, action and livelihood, making the right kind of effort, cultivating mindfulness, and mastering meditation. The Buddha compared his teachings to a raft that a man uses to cross a raging river. Once you've crossed the river using the raft, once you've understood the truth of life for yourself, there's no point in remaining attached to it.
Okay. Time for questions. Tay.
So go ahead. You can ask them. Yeah, you can try number one. Ask them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, class. What is the first noble truth?
And you guys can put into the chat. Okay, put into the chat. You respond to the chat. Select whatever you select.
C. Correct. Okay. Number 2, what is the second noble truth? A? Correct. Okay. Number 3, what is the third noble truth? B or C? It's kind of split right now. Well, the correct answer is D because like
Very good.
I'm confused. Okay.
That's very good.
Okay, number 4. What is the fourth noble truth? B. Okay, good job. Okay, based on this presentation, how many types of sufferings there are?
So how many?
Anyone? I see 4. Anyone else? 4? A? There's actually there's 8. Remember there's 4 physicals and there's 4 mental ones. Okay. Number 6, birth, aging, sickness, and death are part of which suffering? A? Correct, it's A. Okay, what are the 3 ultimate rates of suffering? Greed, envy, anger, fear, death, sickness, desire, delusion, greed, or greed, ignorance, and hatred. They're all very similar, so you gotta be, if you're paying attention, it's one of them. D, that's correct. Number 8, nirvana is a or an blank, free from greed, delusion, hatred. Good job. It's B, state of mind. And number 9, what is the name of the path that leads to the end of suffering? D, which is pretty obvious. D, the Eightfold Path. Here's all the sites I use for information. Thank you for listening to our presentation.
Thank you. I very enjoy your presentation. Very good. You did a very good job. All right, question right now. Who have any question for him? You can raise your hand. Anyone? Serena, Tina, Hey, Sophia, Olivia. No question? That means good or bad? Good? Okay, good. Excellent. Okay, I have a question for you. You know the fire alligator, right? Do you know what is that represent for us?
I haven't really looked at it much, except I know it's like
it represent what? Sophia, you remember that?
The 5 aggregates and
Or fire skanda or fire aggregate, they are the same thing.
Impermanence?
No, it represents our body. Our human body, right? Human body and the mind, right? But the physical body and the mental, remember? The form represent the physical body, right? Because that is the 4 elements: the earth, the water, the fire, and the wind, right? So it constructs the physical body, and the feeling, from the feeling to the perception, to the mental formation, and to the consciousness. These 4 together it free the mental, right? But do they always last forever? No, they don't last forever. They are impermanent, right? But the reason is they're impermanent, but when we attach to it, because we do not understand the impermanent, right? Because we do not see the true nature, right, of the impermanent. That's why the ignorant, it means that lacking of understand the truth, right? The true nature. That means we do not see the nature of impermanent of this body and the mental. That means the five skandha or the five aggregate. Therefore, when they change, we suffer. Does that make sense? Okay, that's good. Everything else is really good. Excellent, excellent. Wow. How do you feel, Adrian and Sophia and Thay? Well, how do you feel for your first engine? How do you feel for your first presentation?
I think I did bad. I think I could have done better.
Yeah, but that is very, very good experience, right? What about the research? Did you find it easy or it's tough or whatever?
It's not that difficult since I usually research a lot in school anyways.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Don't worry, I will come up with a lot of different topics in Buddhism, so you can learn different things. Sophia, what about you?
I was kind of scared at first and I kept on like stuttering while reading, but I think it was overall okay. I could have done better, but you know.
But don't worry, you did a really good job. So did you, Betty, what about you?
I was like really nervous, but then when I like started presenting, it got like a little better.
Yeah, this is good, you know. You this is the good thing that you can conquer your own fear. This is the good thing. You'll be able to have you boost your self-confidence. And so you understand the Buddhism more, right? When you do research on your own compared to I teach you, right? Because when I teach you, you understand not too much. But when you do the research, you understand a lot. This is good. That's what I like, because this is the whole idea. I want to create this kind of the environment so you can learn the platform for you can to be able to enjoy your learning. Okay, let's stop right here. We are a little bit over, not too much over, but a little bit over. Right. Okay, Tina, go ahead.
May every living being emerge as one and radiant with light, share the fruits of peace with heart of goodness, luminous and bright. If people hear and see our hands and heart can find and give in unity, may their minds awake to great compassion, wisdom, and to joy. May kindness find reward, may all who sorrow leave their grief and pain. May this boundless light break the darkness of their endless night, because our hearts are one, this world of pain turns into paradise. May all become compassionate and wise, may all become compassionate and wise.
Very good. So all right. So I will see you on Thursday, right? Thank you. Namo Buddhaya. Bye.
Beautiful time.
Beautiful time.
Beautiful.